It's me with a script that I literally wrote on canvas because I didn't have anything else. Also, the lighting's kind of bad because I don't have anywhere else to film. Update! I brought my chair and I still have my canvas. So today I'm just gonna make a quick little video that I've been wanting to make that'll get easy to get out of the way, easy to edit, you know, the shebang. Which is my top 10, two hands not one, video games literally of all time. The only restrictions that I have here is that I'm trying to only do one game from like each franchise, but that may or may not work. Some of these games are just too good to not include, even if another game in the series is already there. So starting with number 10, it's a little bit of a cop-out, Minecraft. No shockers there. Part of the reasoning behind it being that through Minecraft and the Realms feature on Minecraft, I've made so many friends and I've bonded with the ones that I've already had. And it's just all around a fun game, you know, it brings people together. If you play in creative mode, you can do literally whatever you want, which is amazing. But yeah, Minecraft is a good game. Number 9 is Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. It is one of the only Zelda games that I've actually played through, and it's definitely my favorite, and literally for no other reason that I can think of other than that I'm edgy. I'm edgy, so I like Twilight Princess. That's just how it goes. But in all seriousness, I am a big fan of darker themes, and that's pretty much the entire essence of it. That's the whole gist of it. I've always been like a fan of Edgar Allan Poe and all that like stuff. 8 is Fable 3. I like games where you can kind of like make choices, and the nostalgia behind it is also very much a reason why it's here. But the whole dynamic, like you can either be really good or you can be really evil and you can be a demon. That's just fun to me. I always picked the bad stuff because that's fun. Except for when I was younger, I would always go the good route because I would literally like feel bad in my heart if I did something wrong to a video game character. Number 7 is Red Dead Redemption 1. It's one of the games that got me into video games for the first time. It has an amazing story, some of the most memorable characters. John Marston, we know him, we love him. And because of this game, I've kind of developed kind of an infatuation with the Wild West and cowboy hats. I have one right here. I wore this on stream for a Mudsdale shiny hunt and Pokemon Sword and Shield that I was doing that lasted forever. Number 6 is Pokemon Black and White 2. And yeah, it's kind of a hot take to like Gen 5 is one of your favorite games, but it's really nostalgic for me, and the art style is beautiful, the storyline's beautiful, N is beautiful. It all adds up. It adds up very well. But on a more serious note, Gen 5 is my most nostalgic generation. Gen 5 anime is my most nostalgic generation. I know it gets a bad rap. I love it. The theme song, underrated. Criminally underrated, if you will. Number 5 is a little bit of an oddball. It's Viva Pinata, and many of you probably don't know what this is unless you're here at like the beginning of my channel when I would stream it. It's basically a simulator where you build a garden and a bunch of pinatas, animals, join your garden. You can make them have babies. You can build up an entire thing. There's unicorns, there's lions. Some of them are harder to get than others, and I was such a perfectionist on this. I still am to this day. Whenever I go to replay it, I will make an entire notebook. Like I'll get a binder and I'll like make Excel sheets, print them off to like fill in things that I've done, like, oh, have I changed the color of this? Have I made these things have babies? I will actually like take it that far. Number 4 is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It has one of the deepest storylines in the entire franchise, and as psychotic as it sounds, the mission where you go into the airport and just shoot everyone you can see is really therapeutic sometimes. I was gonna give this spot on the list to Black Ops 2, mostly because the story of Black Ops 2 effed me up for a real one, but I think that this is more deserving of this spot simply because of, here we go again, nostalgia. And it's just a better game all around. Number 3 is Animal Crossing New Leaf. Not New Horizons, New Leaf. Now, I was going to give this to City Folk because City Folk was the first game that I played, but I feel like I was actually nostalgia blinded by that. New Leaf is definitely the best game, in my opinion, in the Animal Crossing series. It had so many things in it that New Horizons just doesn't, or at least doesn't yet. And going back and play it, even though it's like kind of hard to look at, kind of hard on the eyes, especially compared to New Horizons, it's an all-around better game. It's so fun. It was so easy to get immersed into. Me and my grandma played it together for hours. She spent like so many hours on her island. We would share villagers, and it would be like our conversation point. And your conversation point with your grandmother, who is technically my mom, she's the person I've lived with my entire life, is obviously gonna be pretty important, especially in 2013 when I was a wee child. Number 2, the real one's territory here, is Pokemon Heart Gold Soul Silver. While I am not nostalgic for this game whatsoever, I played this game, I think, after I played through both games of Gen 6, X and Y, and Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, but it's just so good. Like, I don't even have the words to explain it. It is so good. The storyline is so good. Johto Pokemon, so good. Safari Zone, I love the Safari Zone so much. Safari Week is one of my favorite weeks of the year. I love hunting in it. I love just vibing in it. It's amazing. And yeah, it's a little fueled by how fun shiny hunting is in this game. Not even just the starters. There are so many good hunts to do, like the soft resetable Eevee, the game corner, the Safari Zone, as I mentioned before. It's just a shiny hunter's dream. And number 1, I'm sure you're not surprised if you're a long-term viewer on this channel, but it is Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm gonna get the cowboy hat back out real quick. But yeah, it's pretty much my favorite game of all time. It has such an amazing storyline. I'm gonna talk about this one for a while, y'all, so like, buckle your horses. That doesn't even make sense. It has such an amazing storyline. It is so beautiful. The graphics are so amazing, and it can be super deep, and it can like teach so many lessons while still being a Rockstar game and having those elements of like what GTA 5 had with the, you know, kind of cruel humor and disgusting jokes. It can all be there but still tell an amazing story about my king, Arthur Morgan. Arthur Morgan is probably one of the most memorable characters of all time. Not even within that style of game, but the impact that his character and his morals and how he behaves then. I also really like the cultural diversity in the game. The main gang of the game has people of all different races. There's mentions of LGBTQ rights in the game. And for something that's based in 1895, that is amazing. You would not expect to see that, but it's there. And that's gonna be it for this video. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It would be very sweet of you, and I will see you in the next video. Turn off your